Hi, great people. Thank you for coming. This is Hope for Every Day. This is a channel where we encourage one another, we challenge one another, we educate one another, and this is very much important. And so thank you for always coming in. If this is your first time to bump into this particular channel, kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe. And today I want to talk about relationships. Now, relationships are very much important because human beings, we are relational beings. And guys, before I continue, I'm really taking this video from an area called Limuru. This is one of the coldest places in Kenya. And like you can see, it's all over. It's quite cold. You can see the mists and everything. Yes, I mean, this place, there's a railway line going all the way to Limuru. And then this direction, it goes all the way to the capital city. So it's quite cold, and you can see the way I'm dressed. Yeah, so I want to talk about relationships. And relationships are so important, but let me tell you something. Adult relationships are so difficult. So difficult. And that does not mean that we should not attempt to have them. We need to have them because they're very much important. We need each other. And so because we need each other, we need to be there for each other, and this is very much important. And I want to address a few things about it, because sometimes many of us, we get discouraged because we feel like people are not giving us more time, people are not giving us more attention as we should. And of course, it is work. For you to be in a relationship, it's actually a lot of work. But there are a few things I've really learned, I've read, and I want to share with us because they're very key and very much important. Sometimes why relationships don't do quite well, and especially adult relationships, there are various reasons why they don't do quite well. Because the first thing, adult relationships require grace. Very much important. You need to be very patient with one another. They really require grace. Because dealing with adults is not as easy as you can really imagine or think. Dealing with adults is very complicated because they have a lot of things. So you require a lot of grace for you to be able to deal with adults. Yeah, you require a lot of grace, and being gracious to people, considerate, very much important. So you require a lot of grace for you to be able to handle adult relationships because they are not very easy as many would think. One of the reasons, one of the challenges why they're not easy is because people are busy. And that is the truth. People are actually very busy. And why are they busy? Because they are busy looking for money to take care of their families, looking for money to take care of themselves. And of course, they are very busy. That is a fact. People are very busy. They're running up and down. And so sometimes you find you're running up and down. You want to make sure that you take care of your family, take care of yourself, take care of your extended family. And so because of that, you realize that you might neglect that part of relationships. And it affects a lot. You may find it affecting your marriage. You may find it affecting your friendships with friends or family. And so that's another fact, that people are really busy and they're engaged with many things here and there. The other reason why it is very hard for relationships for adults is because people are healing. You know, one of the key things I've learned is that people are going through a lot of things. People are going through a lot of stuff. People are going through a lot of stuff. And so the stuff they're going through, it's very challenging. And so because people are going through a lot of stuff, they need grace. You see, I'm taking this video here. I'm here taking this video and possibly smiling to you. But I might be going through a lot of stuff. I might be going through a lot of challenges in my life. And it is. Some of it are it's so private that I cannot share with you. And so people are going through a lot of stuff. And so don't be very quick to judge people and to be very harsh on people, because there are a lot of things that are happening. There are people that are sick, and you cannot be able to know it. There are people who are going through financial crisis. There are people who are going through conflict in their marriages. There are people who are going through divorce. And so there are many things that are happening that can really cause a lot of challenges, and that's why people find it hard even to be very consistent when it comes to the issues of relationships. So people are healing, and so sometimes understand them, give them time to go through whatever they're going through. Now, people are also growing. Now, one of the ways that you can be able to grow in a very effective way is basically through the challenges. There are people who have gone through a lot of challenges, and these challenges are molding them. There are some challenges that you may be going through, and they are really molding you. And so they will keep on messing up. And for your relationship to be very strong, sometimes you'll make mistakes here and there. There are people who have made some blunders as far as finances are concerned. There are people who have made some blunders in many other things. And so people are also growing. You've got to understand people because they're also growing. You don't need to be very judgmental. Some of us are so harsh to some people because we feel like, oh, they should grow up, they should mature up, they need to do this. People are also growing. And so let's be very kind with one another because people are also growing. You don't have to be very harsh on people. There are people possibly you find you're in a group, you're in a relationship, and then someone messes up and you're so harsh on them. You're telling them you need to be an adult, you need to mature up. But you know something? Possibly through the mess they did, that is when they're really growing. And so it's very much important to know that adult relationships are very difficult because, of course, people are growing. Now, the other thing is people are taking time for self-care, just like you. Now, self-care is very much important. Very much important. And that's something I want to encourage. Because sometimes you find we neglect ourselves. As much as you're doing whatever you're doing, don't neglect to take care of yourself. Mentally, spiritually, physically. It's very much important because sometimes we forget. We are so much concerned about other things, our jobs, many other things that we forget about ourselves. Please don't forget about yourself. Some of us even forget to take care of our bodies, eating well, bathing and all those things, dressing quite well. Please take care of yourself. And so when you find people are not able to maintain their relationship, one of the reasons why they struggle with that is because people are taking time for self-care just like you. So they may not be able to give you that attention that you need. They may not be able to do that because they are actually taking care of themselves just like you are doing. So be patient with people. That is why navigating through adult relationship is very challenging. Like I'm just sharing with you those few points that I've gotten to learn. Now, don't mistake less communication for less love. Don't mistake less communication for less of love. You know, sometimes we want people to communicate. We want people to communicate. But sometimes they just want to be there. If you find there's less communication, don't just be very judgmental and say, oh, I don't think that person cares for me. They do care for you. They do care for you. Possibly they just need some time. And so don't be very quick to judge and say, oh, you know, these people are not communicating. And of course, communication is very much important. Very much important. Very key, something that I encourage. But please don't mistake less communication for less love. Someone may not be communicating so much, but they really care for you. They really care for you. And so it's very much important. So in a setting of a relationship, don't be very harsh on that. Now, one of the key things as I conclude this video is check in. I want to say check in, not out. Check in and not out. Some of us want to check out completely. We want to check out completely. I want to encourage you. Check in. Check in. Don't keep on checking out. Check in. Even in these videos, check in my videos. Don't check out. Don't unsubscribe. Just checking on people is very much important because a lot is going through people. Guys, a lot is going through people. People are going through a lot of stuff. And especially in our current generation, people are going through a lot of stuff. And so let us just be patient with people. And like I've mentioned those few items, people are going through a lot of stuff. So let's just give people some time. And I know with time, they will be able to improve. But again, in any relationship that you are in, regardless of how it is, make sure that you create time. Make sure that you, make sure that you commit yourself, because commitment is very much important. Make sure that you commit yourself, because that commitment is very much important. It is not easy. So adult relationships are very challenging, but though they're challenging, you need to continue doing your best to make sure that you nurture them, because they are very much important. So guys, I'm signing off from Limuru. Like I've told you, the place is really cold. You can see all over. You can see yeah, you can see it's quite misty. So kuna baridi sana. This is one of the coldest places in Kenya, but also one of the most beautiful areas in Kenya. So thank you so much. Remember, this is hope for every day. Remember to like, share and subscribe. See you in my next one.